been fascinated by these animals for thousands of years, and we at the Vancouver Aquarium share in that fascination. Today we are joined by three of our lovely marine mammal trainers. We do have Christy on the far side, Leo in the middle, and Sherry closest to me. And they will be joined by three of our beautiful and very special Pacific white-sided dolphins. We have one male, his name is Spinnaker. There he is. He is, has been here the longest, he is our oldest, and we do have two females. We have Helen and Hannah. Two lovely ladies. After that, there's no doubt that they are fantastic. Let's give them a round of applause, folks. Now, Pacific white-sided dolphins are a relative mystery to us, but we at the Vancouver Aquarium are working very hard to uncover those mysteries with the help of Helen, Hannah, and Spinnaker, and we're hoping to learn more about these amazing animals. Now, working with this species of dolphins is a bit of a rare occurrence, as they are uncommon in facilities such as these. They can be identified by their torpedo-shaped bodies and the black, gray, and white striping along their sides. Pacific white-sided dolphins are considered to be one of the most acrobatic species of dolphins in the world. As by watching them, I'm sure you can see why. As their name suggests, Pacific, they are found in the North Pacific Ocean. They have been spotted from Mexico up to Alaska and all the way across the Pacific onto the coast of Japan. Now, I'm curious if anyone has seen the species of dolphin in the ocean at all. Possibly you may have seen them. They were seen in our very own backyard in the state of Georgia, showcasing some amazing acrobatic abilities. Now, Pacific white-sided dolphins do face many dangers in the open ocean, and Hannah, Helen, and Spinnaker have first-hand experience with those threats. So I'm going to invite Christy, as a trainer who works so closely with these animals, to tell us a little bit more about their story of survival.
Sure, David. Well, all three of our dolphins are what we refer to as rescue and rehabilitated animals. They were actually all found entangled in fishing nets off of the coast of Japan and brought to a rehabilitation facility where they were deemed non-releasable. Luckily, we've been able to provide them with a permanent home here at the Wild Coast. Now, working with me today is Hannah. She's our biggest dolphin, and we've been able to build and maintain a very strong relationship with her in order to provide her with the best possible care through training and regular checkups. Everything that we learn through Hannah's healthcare is used by veterinarians and researchers to gain a better understanding of these mysterious dolphins. In fact, every day that we spend with these animals reveals more information about their species as well as their individual personalities that, believe it or not, are just as different as you and me. Isn't that right, you guys? Yes, it is. But most of all, Spinnaker, Hannah, and Helen remind us every day that from nets to garbage, man-made objects are affecting dolphins all over the world.
Thank you very much for that, Christy. We are learning a lot about the threats that these animals are facing. We're working very hard to try and protect them. But in order to do that, we do need to review what we know about this species of dolphin. Well, we do know that they live in groups. Now, these groups can be anywhere from 2 to 3 up to 2,000. We also know that this particular species of dolphin do travel together, sometimes at incredible speeds. Now, they have been clocked at over 35 kilometers per hour, which is technically against the speed limit here in Stanley Park. People in the underwater viewing gallery have already gotten a great view of how much speed it requires for these animals to do these incredible things. We're getting a great view of it up here as well. The speed that we're seeing is fantastic for surprising prey and for avoiding predators. On the topic of prey, does anyone have any idea what kind of prey a Pacific white-sided dolphin might eat? Fish. Fish. Fish is the answer, and fish is right. There are a lot of fish in the North Pacific Ocean. Now, I want you to imagine for a second that you yourself are a Pacific white-sided dolphin. You're going deep looking for fish, but the deeper you get, the darker it gets. So how are you going to find your food? Well, Pacific white-sided dolphins have a navigation system very similar to a submarine's sonar, which is called echolocation. The sounds that you're hearing are the sounds that our Pacific white-sided dolphins would make while they are underwater. Basically how it works is they're going to emit a series of high-pitched chirps and clicks into their environment. The sounds are going to bounce off their surroundings and come back to them. Once they hear them, it allows them to create a mental image of their underwater world. Now we do know this is a very keen sense, so the question we're left with is why are Pacific white-sided dolphins still getting caught in fishing nets? Now this is research that we are working really hard on. With the strong bond of trust that our trainers have created with these animals, we're able to ask them to wear these eye cups. Once these are over their eyes, we're able to evaluate and watch how they maneuver themselves in the water without the use of their eyes. Through this research, we're hoping to better understand why these animals are getting caught in fishing nets while they are hunting for their prey. On the topic of prey, it is very important to know what kind of energy it requires for these animals to do the incredible things that they do. So, Christy, once again, if you don't mind, can you tell us a little bit more about the metabolic research?
Of course, David. Well, we certainly know that Pacific white-sided dolphins are incredibly energetic, playful, and acrobatic animals, as those of you above and below the water can see through these amazing aerial displays. We also know that all of this energy comes from the fish that they eat. So by teaming up with the University of British Columbia, we're actually training our dolphins to assist us in determining their metabolic rates while they're resting and active. To answer these questions, we are incredibly lucky to work so closely with Spinnaker, Hannah, and Helen because they provide us with such a unique opportunity to do research that just wouldn't be possible with dolphins in the ocean.
Thank you very much, Christy. If you'd like to learn more about that research, do feel free to come and ask me after the show. I'll also be giving a brief talk on it downstairs in the underwater viewing gallery just about 15 minutes after the show ends. Okay, so we do know that sound is good for hunting, but it's also good for communication. Now, Pacific white-sided dolphins are very social animals. They are often seen socializing in large groups. They were seen recently in How Sound, showcasing some amazing aerials and acrobatics. Pacific white-sided dolphins can be highly vocal, and they're doing a wide variety of calls, which we at the Vancouver Aquarium sometimes get a chance to hear. Let's give them a round of applause for that, folks. These dolphins communicate also through touch and through acrobatic behavior. Now, researchers believe that a leap, which is known as a breach, is a great way to signal other dolphins. Tail slapping is another great method of communication. It can be a signal and it generates noise in the water. It's a great way to stun prey. Unfortunately, dolphins are not the only thing that are making noise in our oceans. Can anyone think of something man-made that might be making noise in the ocean? Boats. Boats is right. Boats are a huge source of noise pollution in our waters. Now, Pacific white-sided dolphins are often seen bow riding along the sides of large fishing vessels. We're getting a great example of right here. How exactly noise pollution is going to affect the Pacific white-sided dolphin is still a pretty big mystery to us, but it's a mystery that we are working very hard to try and uncover. Now, with most mysteries, the more questions we answer, the more questions arise. But the biggest question that we at Vancouver Aquarium are dedicated to answering is how can we help? Now, we know that man-made threats are some of the biggest dangers that these animals face. But there is good news. Here in British Columbia, we can do a lot to help these animals. And simple things, like making sure we pick up our trash and dump it in a trash bin or recycling bin is a fantastic way to make sure that the trash doesn't end up in their natural environment. But I'm curious, is that all we can do, you guys? No, it's not, is it? We can participate in the Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup, where communities from coast to coast are going to get together to clean up their shorelines to make sure the trash doesn't end up in the water. If you'd like more information on that, you can come and see me or visit our website. There's lots of information there. So, while Pacific white-sided dolphins are still shrouded in mystery, with the help of Hannah, Helen, and Spinnaker, researchers and people like you, we are working very hard to uncover those mysteries so that these amazing animals can thrive on our coast for years to come. As we get one final look at our Pacific white-sided dolphin, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the research staff, the training staff, and everyone here at the Vancouver Aquarium, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a fantastic day. Once again, folks, my name is David. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to ask me. That's what I'm here for. I will be on the ramp area with one of our trainers. More than happy to answer those questions. And I'm going to remind you once again, we do have our underwater research talk happening in about 15 minutes.
That was
time.
awesome.
So hope to see you there. Bye now.
Very good. That was awesome.